Our top focus this morning, 2 years ago on this day, a 23-year-old medical student was brutally gang raped on a moving bus. Her body mutilated by 6 men after she was thrown off and left to die. The crime shook the entire country to its core. Simultaneous protests broke out across the country, forcing the administration to come down on its knees. Several key measures were promised by the government, including a new stringent anti-rape law, a tighter Juvenile Justice Act, and fast-track courts to hear cases of sexual offences against women. While on paper, landmark reforms have been ushered in, implementation remains a big challenge. The Delhi police had issued guidelines for all public transport vehicles. A police verification of all drivers was also made mandatory. But the Uber taxi rape case in the national capital a fortnight ago shows exactly how effectively these rules are being implemented on the ground. Accused Shiv Kumar, who assaulted a 27-year-old MNC executive, was a repeat offender out on bail. The fact that he could slip back into the system without being detected has put a huge question mark on toll safety claims made by the police and cab service providers. Let's get in a word with our correspondent Jugal, who's with us live this morning. Jugal, have you been speaking to people on the ground? Do they feel that Delhi has somehow become safer? Have rules that were promised by the Delhi police actually been implemented?
Well, Simi, even if there were to be a few people who would believe so, then the instance of the Uber taxi rape actually has forced many people to switch back to pessimism and, in a sense, lose all hope about whether or not there have been any improvements on the ground insofar as the situation for women is concerned in Delhi. Right now, according to the activists, according to those who are leading the March for Change, they're saying that now further sensitization is needed. Not just that, but denying bail to those accused of rape is also a step which needs to be taken now. Till the time the hearing ends, there are several other steps which actually need to be taken, and what has happened is clearly not enough. But on the other side, if the administration has to be listened into, then the administration says that there have been changes which have happened in the last 2 years. Delhi itself now has 6 fast-track courts which are listening to these cases on a daily basis. They've brought down the pendency to about 1,000 cases from something which was much bigger almost 2 years back. Not just that, the Delhi police believes that the 11,683 rape cases which have been registered this year in Delhi between Jan 1st and October 20th may be much higher than the 10,000 odd cases registered in the same period last year. But well, the argument is that now there is greater awareness. More and more women are coming out and, registering with the authorities what used to otherwise be, whispered in hush tones and then left on its own. So there is a sea change insofar as the authorities believe. But yes, as you rightly said, that on the ground, how many people believe this? The answer is very few. And this incident which has taken place just a few days back has really shaken a lot of people. To top it all, the father of the girl who passed away as a result of this gang rape, which took place on the unfortunate evening this very day 2 years ago, has just come out and spoken that his daughter's death has not really changed much for women on ground. So clearly, for the authorities, a lot needs to be still done to instill that sense of confidence among women in the national capital.
Absolutely, Jugal, you're making a very important point here that more cases are now being reported, but as far as policing is concerned, there's still that is desired. Let's also get in a word from Indrajit Kundu, who's with us live this morning from Kolkata. Indrajit, what's the sense that you're getting from women on the streets of the capital of West Bengal? Do they think that they feel safe in that city, or do they want better changes?
Well, the incident that took place in Delhi not only shocked the residents of Delhi, but it also shook the conscience of the entire nation, something that led to a new legislation. But how many things has changed on the ground? Let's ask them. Do you believe, is there a sense of security after what happened in Delhi and the follow-up actions that were promised? Do you see there is any change on the ground as far as security of women is concerned?
I don't think there's nothing has changed. Basically, everything remains the same. I feel it's just that women, they've just become more courageous enough, and the number of incidents previously used to go unreported, but right now, women have just started coming out and they've started reporting these crimes. So basically, I think the situation remains the same. The law and order remains the same. Women still feel unsafe, and yeah, nothing has changed much.
So you are saying that there has been a sea change in the attitude of women, especially how they react to cases of sexual crime against women. But you believe, as far as the policing system is concerned, increasing security and vigilance on the streets are concerned, those are still unkept promises.
Yeah, they are still unkept promises, because even if one, if one tends to travel in the late hours on the streets of Calcutta, you will hardly find any cops around for help. That's why people find it really safe to travel by public mode of they use public transportation, and there are no cops around. Even if you, by chance, if you lose your way or if you're confused, where are you going exactly? There's no one to help you out.
Recently we saw an incident in Delhi where a woman had hired one of those radio taxis, and we saw what happened. Would you say that comparatively Calcutta would be a better place or safer place, given that we have taxis here, but we haven't seen much of such incidents happening inside cabs?
You never know, it might happen in the future also, because I'm not it's just that in Delhi what happened, that was a rape case, but out here also, if you see taxi drivers, they do tend to misbehave with women at times. So I think even though there are no incidents of rapes have been reported yet even auto drivers, taxi drivers, they do make you feel unsafe at times. So
the sense of insecurity is very palpable as far as women in Calcutta is concerned, as it has a psychological effect. The incident in Delhi is not just limited to the national capital, but it has its psychological impact on women across the country. And as you can see, as women have been saying, that even though they might have become a little more conscious about how to handle situations when such unfortunate situations do arise, but they say, as far as the government mechanism, the response is concerned, there is still a lot of things that needs to be done.
All right, NG, thanks so much for getting us those voices from Kolkata. You're basically telling us that the stigma attached to rape has probably been reduced to some extent. Women feel they can actually go out, file a complaint, and they will get support from others on the ground. Let's also get in a word from our correspondent Pratibha, who's with us live from Bangalore. Pratibha, Bangalore has been witnessing a series of rape cases, especially inside schools, where young children have been targeted. What's the city demanding on the second anniversary of the Nirbhaya disaster?
True, Simi. Most of them do feel that it's absolutely no lessons learned. In fact, it's only when an incident of rape that has been reported, it's when it works like a rude wake-up call, and the government takes up initiatives, but then it fizzles down in a couple of days, and that has outraged many Bangaloreans here. Interestingly, I have two dancers with me, and they seem to think that despite several programs and all that, when they come back late in the night to their respective homes, absolutely no safety measures being undertaken. Would you agree with me with the fact that when you return home late in the night after you finish your program, do you feel safe or not?
Yes, I agree. It's been 2 years and still there is no measures taken. We come back home late in the night after a program with the makeup on, and still people pass lewd comments on us. And I heard there's some helpline which is there, but I don't think it is actually working and helping us out. So there's no way I'm feeling safe late in the night.
And also the fact that Bangalore has reported several such rapes inside schools. Not just women, even children aren't being spared.
It's been 2 years and there's absolutely no measures taken up. Of course, I agree that there are measures taken up to curb or reduce such instances, but all that has just gone to a toss and a failure basically. And also, I see it's just not us, the old elders who have been targeted, also the young ones who don't even know what rape is, how it can affect their life and all of that. So that's one thing which has actually hurt us, and more than anything, we just don't know how safe we are in this city.
So absolute hurt, despair is what most of these women here express in terms of their emotion, and all of them do feel that all kinds of measures that have been undertaken are a complete failure, complete disaster in terms of the administration or the system concerned.
Absolutely. It seems that the administration has far from fulfilled its promises of effective policing. Thanks so much, Jugal, Indrajit and Pratibha, for getting us reactions from the ground. We're going to keep coming back to you for more.